following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Be impeccable with your word. Seek to know the truth. When you hear an opinion and believe it, you make an agreement, and that becomes part of your belief system. The only thing that can break this agreement is to make a new one based on the truth. Only the truth has the power to set you free. That's so true. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 111. NASDAQ is off 18. S&P's down 10.5. Gold contract down $5, trading at $12.77 an ounce. Silver down 11 cents, $16.96 an ounce. Copper off a penny and a half at $3.05 a pound. Light sweet crude down 45 cents, trading $55.28 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 10 ticks, 125.02. 30-year bond up a full point, plus 5 ticks, 154.01. King dollar up 7 ticks, trading 93.730. The euro is at 117, almost 118 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 113 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do we have out here? You take a look at this S&P. We are trading right now down 91 cents. 256 million shares traded. Bottom line is that you do have an expansion of volume, so I suspect we're going to stay down at these lows today, which is going to be a miracle, because the fact of the matter is this market each and every day has made it top side, and bottom line is almost like flat markets. We did get as low as 255.63 on the open out here today. You know, you got into a price point of 257.22. It almost made it back to positive, and thus far, you know, we'll see how this shakes out. But thus far, it looks like we're going to stay in the negative. NDX 100. What do you have with the NDX 100? NDX 100, we got down. The Qs got down to 151.78. We are at 152.87 right now. They are also going to have an expansion of volume. We'll see what we get. You were going into this high volume swing low from the 9th. That number there was at 152.11. We've done 40 million. So if we don't get like a big expansion of volume, that's almost would be a rejection of lower price, and you'll get another bounce in the marketplace. The IWM, the Russell 2000. Now, this is one you want to keep your eye on in a big way too. The reason being is this: is that IWM came down to its breakout area from September 27th. The low of that is 145.16. We hit the 144.50, rejected it, and we'll see what type of volume we get, and we'll see if, in fact, this stays at this level, meaning only down 32 cents. 32 cents is nothing. That being said, what has happened here, it's very close to doing a doji. And if it does a doji in the middle of this move down, that is going to signal that that's the half move down inside the small caps. You know, so yesterday we did 19.6 million. Today we're at 18.5. This only has to pull back a bit, too. If you're down 45, 50 cents, that's going to be a doji in the middle, and more than likely that's going to build some more cars to try to blow into that low, once again, of the breakout area, which is 145.16. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract out here had a low today of 12.76. You had a high of 12.90, and you got volume behind the move. This is going to be pretty cool watching this shake out. So gold didn't hold price. Had huge volume going into the swing. So your swing point had 394,000 contracts, which is big contract volume. We just came into it with 410,000 contracts. We actually broke the swing. When you do that, you're going to be right back topside. It's going to go after that high volume high of today, as well as November 9th once again. Silver, we go take a look at the silver market. Silver market right out here is trading at a price point of $17.06. This little baby, actually, let me go to the Z contract. Z contract, which is December, is trading at $16.97. Also, nice volume. We've done 99,000 contracts, so that also is pushing into the swing. The swing had 101,000. It's a good number. It's 1720 we got to. 1727 is the swing. That's saying that silver also will make a run topside once again very quickly. Notes and bonds. What do we got with notes and bonds? The 10-year note, up 11 ticks, 1.6 million contracts. That is dynamite contract volume inside the 10-year. You take a look at this. What we did out here yesterday, you're testing those lows with 1.23 million, 1.23. You're up today on 1.62. Your high has 1.28. You can see you're pushing into your high volume, into your swing point with volume, and that says your probability is pretty good that you're going to take it out. We go take a look at the 30-year. 30-year contract, also pushing in with some good volume. We are at 154.01. You've done 296,000 contracts. That is one monster number as we're coming into these swing points. 30-year wants 158.09. Let's go to our man John in Philly. Hey, John, what's going on, brother?
Good afternoon, Tommy. Thanks for taking the call.
Sure, man. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Say, you've been scrutinizing and reporting on the action in gold lately, which is tightly range-bound. And I would like to ask if you'd look over Sandstorm Gold, ticker symbol SAND. I haven't bought it yet, but I think I'm on the cusp of doing so. I recall way back when you actually had on the Tom O'Brien show an interview or two of the founder and chief executive at the time of this streaming company. Could you go through the charts and look at the Bloomberg fundamentals and tell us what you see, please? Let's
take a look. So you get Sandstorm, the lows 318, the highs 518. And this has performed well for the aspect of, how the gold market's actually been shaken out here. John, we're going to go to a break, and so what will happen, I got John Jameson coming on next. Stay there, and then right after John, I'm going to get you back on. Stay right there,
folks.
Hey,
thanks so much, Tommy. Very good.
Coming right back.
Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
No, you didn't send me an IM. You said you're setting me up. Okay.
Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are down 95. You get the NASDAQ off 15. S&Ps are off 8.5. As you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, you are going to see right on the top of the carousel, Fibonacci 24/7 subscriber event, November 15th. It's November 15th today, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. The hidden secrets behind trading currencies and investing in cryptocurrencies. Our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, and John Jameson's going to be doing a workshop tonight. We got our man, John Jameson, with us right now to talk about exactly what he's going to be teaching out here tonight. John Jameson, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I can't wait for the workshop tonight. You know, these are always great. But when you talk about cryptocurrencies being in the news the last 2 weeks, and particularly the last few days, it's pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah, it seems to have caught everyone now, I think. So, yeah, this is pretty timely, and Larry and I are looking forward to doing it. Yeah, we've been working pretty hard on it.
And so, John, you know what I saw out here this morning was pretty interesting, is that Square, which is the credit card company, they're looking that they're going to start letting people buy cryptocurrency, buy Bitcash, actually. That's what they're saying, inside their wallets, which is pretty wild, man. That's, you know, that I don't have the full information on it yet, but they announced that this morning, man.
Yeah, well, this is it. You're starting to see the rumors turn into, almost happening situations. So you're seeing a lot of the big money start to move in behind this now.
Very fast, huh? Yeah.
Very quickly. And that's what we're talking about tonight. It's so that you're not left like a rabbit in the headlights and you really, what's going on, there's too many things. The goal of tonight really is to give TFNN listeners and subscribers a really great base for the cryptocurrency space. So they can take the knowledge that we go through tonight and feel like they can, go online and have a look and move forward with the information that you're presented with, because it is overwhelming. There's a lot to cover, and what I've tried to do is simplify it so that we break it down into, relatively small sections so that you can take it on board, digest it, and understand it.
And folks, so you can come over, you can test drive Larry's newsletter. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can be into the workshop tonight. And what's great about what we have anyway, folks, is that you can, and this is a workshop that I'm sure all of us are going to listen to many times. And so it's archived. You can replay it. You know what's so cool, John? We've been doing workshops for a long time. And this, I feel, is totally different because, you see our, logo, educating investors. And that's in a stock market sense, that's in futures, that's in commodities, and it's in options. This is so brand new that I think everyone wants to know, including myself, like, okay, what is it? How does it work? And as you said the last time when you were on with Tommy and I, that whoever figures out the applications, that's where you can make those common sense decisions. Do I want this or do I want that? Meaning different cryptocurrencies, right?
Exactly. The goal of tonight really is to get everyone at TFNN to be able to take their skills that they already have, whether they're oil traders, gold traders, S&P traders, and put that over into the cryptocurrency space.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of similarities. I'll be covering supply and demand, all the metrics we need to look at, and why they're important. And more than that, no technical double talk, I promise. So I've made it simple. So one of the big problems is you go online, and it's really quite difficult to get the big picture because a lot of tech people suffer from the curse of knowledge, and they just don't realize that anyone who's not tech doesn't understand what they're talking about.
That's a great point. And, folks, I can tell you from in the office the last few days, particularly today, where Tommy's office is, Tommy and John have been talking extensively, going through it. And I heard Tommy saying at one point that, yeah, he was out there at the YouTube and that, they start talking numbers and he didn't, understand the numbers. And then I heard you coming back to him that, no, we're going to break this thing down. So it's really cool understanding, number one, the breakdown, folks, and number two, I'm a visual person anyway. I think a lot of us are. It's really cool that when you can take a bulk of information, you get it inside a deck, and then it's like, okay, those bullet points are so cool. And it's a lot easier than reading about it, John. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've got just over an hour, so it's a bold claim. We're going to be going pretty quick. But as you say, Tommy, it's recorded. So it's something they can listen to a few times. But really, the good news is for everyone who's a trader right now, it's the same old story. It's just supply and demand. It's just understanding the different metrics we can use to give us that information.
It's amazing, man. And when you look at the volatility the last couple of days, like I'm just going to put a chart up for a second. This is like, last time that we had spoken with you on the morning show, and you had talked with Tommy and said, yeah, you felt like there was going to be a little downdraft. Well, sure enough, you got the downdraft, and sure enough, because you were explaining it to us the last time that, yeah, well, inside these downdrafts, you either believe that Bitcoin's going to be around or you don't. And guess what? The people that were buying it at 5,600, 5,800 and believing it was around, and it took all of 48 hours to get back to 7,200.
Well, exactly. And this is the thing. Now, the context in which all this is happening, if you look at this from a technical perspective, it doesn't make sense. It's just, you're reading the charts, they're almost broken, they're so parabolic.
Yes.
But if you consider the context of what's going on, which is exactly what we're going to be talking about in a couple of hours, then just to give you a flavor of it, there's big money about to arrive. You talked about that at the start of this conversation. And the futures and options at the CME are going to make a huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
A huge, huge difference. And, coupled with that, there's quite a lot of other things. For example, Bitcoin, I'll call them Bitcoin dividends. They're not quite dividends, but that's another reason why people might want to hang around. And so there's other technology as well about to get broken that, when I say broken, I mean come out.
Yes.
That's about to get bolted onto Bitcoin that could solve a lot of its issues and a lot of its problems. And if that technology is accepted, then you can, that in that environment, then the blockchain 2017 to me feels like Internet 1990, and I was there in 1990.
Right.
Through, I wish I could say through skill, but it was actually through luck.
Yeah.
As an IT consultant, so this feels the same, and the momentum is gathering and getting faster and faster. So
yeah, no, listen, I agree. It's so funny. I mean, just even when I think about it, TFNN. I've had that since 1991 or something. So it's really weird because then, folks, you could get web addresses like that. You could pull it up. It was just totally different, and that changed within 5 or 6 years, right? Dramatically. And this is even going quicker, which is pretty amazing, man. So, folks, you come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see right on the very front, man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, John Jameson. You can sign up right now. You'll be in there tonight, 5:30 to 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Bottom line, you know, you want one of the best educations out there. And from John Jameson, Larry Pesavento, and if you had, it's the first time you've heard John, folks. Let me tell you something. The thought process that you have is so freaking cool, man. You know, I just love it. And I've only got to talk with you 3 times now. And, you know, when Tommy and I were talking with you on the morning show, you were really bringing us through it. So it's really cool. So we're really looking forward to it, John.
I'm looking forward to doing it. So, yeah, see you in a couple of hours.
Absolutely. Okay, you have a great one, safe one. Couple hours right here.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thank you. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's down 121, Nasdaq's down 26, S&Ps are off 12.5.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow's down 126, Nasdaq's off 25, S&Ps are off 13.5. We're talking with our man John from Philly, and we're talking about Sandstorm. So thanks for holding, John. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having that John Jameson conversation. That's going to be a great webinar tonight.
Oh, it really is, man. This is, it's so intriguing because, we've been around for a while, but this is a new vehicle, right? That's the bottom line. And we'll find out just what we're going to do with it, right?
Yes, yes, indeed. On Sandstorm, Tommy, in addition to looking at the chart, can you just pull up the recent history on sales and earnings, and just show us how that looks, and then tell us what you see ahead for the stock by chance.
So, you know, the numbers kind of go like that. Well, they do go like this. They're doing $18 million a quarter right now. They expect to do $15 million in the next quarter. Yeah, and it's all gold streaming. You know, royalties looks like 41 plus 20, 61 million in royalties. Canada's got 16 million, Mexico 11, Brazil 6, other is 7, and another 20 million on top of that. Well, you know what's intriguing about this, John and folks, is that you just had one of the largest owners get out of it, and it didn't wreck the stock, which is pretty cool. So I was just pulling up the 13 Fs on it, and you had, looks like Waterrath Capital get out. They sold their full position, 2.3 million, and they owned it for a year. So it doesn't look like they made it or lost any money, but that's pretty impressive without the stock getting, you know, taken to the cleaners.
Yeah, that's very interesting to see, because you're right. If they were selling those 2 million shares plus, the market absorbed it nicely.
It did. It did. You know, so you get a consolidation. I mean, that's what it looks like. You know, now what happens here, folks, is that this is where this gets interesting. So the Royal Golds, the Franco-Nevadas, they're both at their highs. They're very close to it. You know, I remember when this company did start, because I remember meeting this guy at the Traders Expo and then putting them on. This is still basing out at much lower levels, but it looks to me like, you know, 485 looks like it's going to try to get tagged. Now, that's the low of that high volume swing, which is not bad. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the way it seems to be set up right now.
And I just for what it's worth, I did peruse the past 18 months. They continue to do new streaming deals, and as you've rightly pointed out with Royal Gold and Franco-Nevada, those companies are largely investment banks. They're financing companies.
Right.
And Sandstorm, of course, is tiny relative to those other two, but the stock looks like it's basing. To me, they continue to add new streaming deals, and, you know, small ones, that's for sure. But if gold ever does take off, the way this stock is held and rallied, and the way they're adding more streaming deals at these lower prices, you know, if gold ever gets up to 1,1500 again, I would think this would be a real nice investment.
No, I agree. And what happens, we know, John and I were talking about, this is a great business model. There's no doubt. You know, the streaming business model is a great business model. It's a banking business model. That's the bottom line. You know, your kids are growing up, folks. You want them to make a lot of money. Banking is the name of the game. There's a lot of different ways to do it, and they're doing it as a streaming company.
Tommy, thanks so much for your help. I appreciate it.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at the S&Ps out here. This is going to be intriguing coming into the close, because each day coming into this close, the market has gone to Sherwin-Williams. And, of course, getting that green paint, and they've painted it up pretty good. You know, today's a little bit different. It started out at the lows of the day, 25.55. Now, what we do have, and this is what's going to get cool even for tomorrow morning, that's a high-volume low that's going to get tested. And if I bring this back for 4 days, what you're going to see, in fact, I'll bring it back for 5 days, what you're going to see is that in one way it looks like we haven't moved at all. You put this on a 5-day, you know, shorter-term chart, intraday, and we have a downtrend happening. You have lower lows, and you have lower highs, and in quite an extreme way. So it's going to be really wild watching this thing shake out. And what you'll see is that what we did do, you know, yesterday you got down into this 25.67. Market shook it off, came all the way back up. Well, guess what? It hit that baby at 5 o'clock this morning, bounced again, and then slammed down. Bounced up, but guess what? That slam down here, laying out here, 25.55 is going to make a difference tomorrow morning. You know, because it doesn't look like that thing wants to get tagged right now. It doesn't get tagged now. That opens it up for tomorrow morning. That opens it up for tomorrow afternoon. Strength and weakness inside the markets out here, inside the Dow first, putting strength into the Dow is Boeing putting 11 points, JP Morgan putting 7, taking away, Apple's taking 22 points away. No, Apple's taking 15, Caterpillar's taking 22, Home Depot's taking 14, 3M's taking 13. Inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness. You have the strength is Discovery, that's up 3%. You have American Airlines up 3%. And the weakness, Skyworks is down 1.9. You get Netflix off 1.8. You get NVIDIA down 1.7. And you get Monster Beverage off 1.7. Let's go into NVIDIA and take a look at NVIDIA, because what does happen with NVIDIA is that normally, if that baby starts selling down hard, it's trouble in paradise. Well, it's down 380, but it's not down hard. There's a gap that can get filled at 206.33. There's light volume on the way down. There's not a lot of sellers in NVIDIA. No two ways about that. Some of the higher volume stocks in this market, you have Advanced Micro down 25. Target's down 540. That's one big number, no doubt. We'll bring up Target and take a look at Target, TGT. And Target's getting hit both ways. They're trying to redo their stores, make them more hip, and as they actually bring down their prices and compete with Amazon and Walmart. That's a hard feat, folks. That's the bottom line. What you're going to see as we take this up, good old Target has a high volume low, and that baby's laying out there at 48.56 to get tested. This has been a one-way trade. Target was up there at 85 bucks. You're at 54. You come down with volume, do a counter trend bounce with light volume. If you want to see, too, how you can come up to ice and then fall apart again, this is a classic. March of this year, on a weekly, it come down with 95 million. You do a counter trend bounce with 41 million. You make a lower low with 81 million. You go up with 32, and now 3 days into the market, you're already at 45. So you're going to have that full expansion of volume on the way down once again. Let's go take a look at the two king dogs out here in retail, which would be Amazon. Amazon still laying at its highs. You're down 11 bucks, but you're talking about $1,100 stock, $1,125. Walmart out here, 90.02. They're both basically laying at their highs. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading down 104. NASDAQ is down 26. S&Ps are off 11. Gold down $4.90 at $12.78. 10-year note up 11 ticks. 30-year bond up a full point plus 8 ticks. Come right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at Valley. So Valley, folks, is one of the largest producers of iron ore. The low is $6.85. The high is $11.71. And if we take this and we put this back, what you're going to see is that you come off the lows pretty nice. If we bring this back to 2008, stock was at $42, crashes to $8, does a counter trend bounce to 36, and then really crashes to $2 in 2016. Now, they come off of that with some nice volume, and you're also pushing the swing of, last time we were up at this 1171, we did 618 million versus 581. So your probability is pretty good that you're going to get to 1171, number one. Now, this is what we're going to talk about, though. We have the 13F filings, and bottom line is that you had Stanley Druckenmiller come in the stock pretty hard. Let's see what he did. Hedge funds and other big investors piled into Valley SA in the third quarter as the world's biggest iron ore producer heads for the most profitable year since 2013. Funds bought a combined 470 million American depository receipts of the Brazilian company, according to filings compiled by Bloomberg. It was their second biggest increase in the position in the materials market. Billionaire Stanley Druckenmiller added Valley with the purchase of ADRs that were valued at $25 million. Let's see. Arrow Street Capital Partnership, Two Sigma advisors were also big buyers in the last quarter. The Rio Nation. So let me pull this up this way and let's see what we have in here. So let's go into the buys first. Yeah, more than them buying it. That's pretty cool. Okay, so you got American Capital Group. Man, they went in hand over fist. Look at this. This is interesting. So Capital Group, they came in with 244 million shares in 90 days. 5% they bought. BlackRock, that's the ETF, though. That came in with 60 million. Fidelity, though, these guys are making some money. Fidelity come in with the new position. Now, when Fidelity comes in with the new position, folks, or start selling a position, you really want to pay attention because they are a real operator. What I mean specifically is that when they're coming into an equity, it normally takes 4, 5, 6, 7 months going in as the same going out. So this is their first position coming in, and that's pretty cool. That's what I definitely like to see. Let's see who was going out. So you had State Street going out. You had Alliance going out. You had Prince Street Capital. They sold everything. And then if we bring this back and just look at where we were on September 30th, That's September 6th. Oh, this is good. This is good because you've gone, let's see, July, August, September. This is good. So you started out in July at $8.50. You know, you did get as high as $11.52, and you got a low as $9.80. So that's a good situation. So as they're buying in there, you can see it's held up, number one. But what you have here is that the bottom line is that are they going to buy more? Are they going to come in and buy more? And most times that's exactly what you do see happen. Target, TGT, we just go back to Target for a second. What you're going to see is that came down hard, 556, 54, 53. That's breaking every swing. And as it's breaking swings, it is breaking those swings with some real juice. We go take a look at our man, Mr. John Jameson and Larry Pizzavento. They're going to be talking about cryptocurrencies. Now, this is pretty cool. Square, they provide mobile payments. That's trading at $40.69. And what they come out with this morning is that Square may be next to share in Bitcoin's mind-boggling gains. The payment company is letting some users of its Square Cash app purchase Bitcoin. Square Cash lets customers store money and send peer-to-peer payments without having to connect to a bank account. It recently rolled out a physical card to let consumers keep cash on its platform and spend directly from Square Cash. We're exploring how Square can make this experience faster and easier, and I've rolled out this feature to a small number of Cash app customers, the San Francisco base wrote in a statement this morning. Square shares, which were up as much as 5% in early trading, have almost tripled this year as the firm has continuously beat earnings expectations. Chief Executive Officer Jack Dorsey started letting merchants accept Bitcoin in 2014 and has spoken fondly of the cryptocurrencies and blockchain chain technology. Bitcoin, we've tried this with our commerce stores years ago, didn't see much. Would love to see a digital currency thrive, Dorsey, who founded Twitter, said in a tweet last year. PayPal is also in good position to offer Bitcoin services. Contra of Credit Suisse said, though regulatory uncertainties pose significant risks to established companies getting into cryptocurrencies. The cool thing, it looks that inside like a Square would be that right now, one of the highest risk, I would say, is that you buy the cryptocurrency. The exchange that you're dealing with is not a regulated exchange. It goes poof, it goes away, whatever happens. Versus when you're talking about Square, you're talking about a public company that is regulated. It doesn't mean that they couldn't get lost and get hacked. But what it would mean is that you have something behind it. And I can see, as I remember Mr. John Jameson is talking, when you get more of these large companies and the trust value goes up, it's going to be pretty amazing. And what is going to happen, folks, is that the CME is going to start trading futures on Bitcoin. And that in itself, okay, is going to be a big number. And that's going to be a cash settlement. And what ends up happening there, of course, is that what that will do is that is going to put in very fast markets, number one, and we'll see whether we get any depth inside the market. And you very well could get depth inside the market. See, when you look at this chart here of Bitcoin, what you have is that you have air pockets inside the trading right now. And that's because the liquidity isn't as good as it actually very well could be in the future. When you get an air pocket that, like on Monday, when it goes from 6,800 to 5,600, that means there's no bids. That's the reality. That will change when, well, it could change. Let's put it that way. The liquidity can be there if folks start trading it in the futures market. I expect they will, because I also expect what you will see, once they get the future going, they will get options on those futures immediately. And then what that does, that also is going to set up zones. Lower zones, higher zones, who's trading what, whole new brave world out there. That's how it's going to be. And all those exchanges are about, bottom line, are what? It's one big casino, folks. That's what you're trading in here. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials down 130. NASDAQ is off 38. S&Ps are down 15. Looks like they're going to sell them down into the close. Something different today. Right back.
Larry Pesavento and John Jameson are teaming up for a live hour-long webinar Wednesday, November 15th at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, titled The Hidden Secrets Behind Trading and Investing in Cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are some of the most volatile trading markets in the world right now, and this is a webinar that you will not want to miss. In this live 60-minute webinar, John and Larry will discuss a variety of topics, including where cryptocurrencies trade and how to get started, how to recognize supply and demand in cryptocurrencies, and the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and why knowing this one piece of information puts you in the top 1% of cryptocurrency traders, as well as many more topics. Visit the front page of TFNN.com for all the information and to sign up today for Fibonacci 24/7, and we'll see you Wednesday, November 15th for the hidden secrets behind trading and investing in cryptocurrencies. Basil Chapman has just announced a special subscriber event taking place Monday, November 20th from 5 till 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. What can you anticipate for 2018? In this 90-minute webinar for subscribers to Basil's daily trading newsletter, The Opening Call, he will be discussing a variety of topics for the coming year, including, can high techs continue to lead? Will the financials be affected by yields, and where will yields be in 2018? The chances for inflation or deflation? What stocks could be affected or weakened in the coming year, as well as Basil's long-term outlook for the dollar and gold, as well as many other topics. For all the details and to sign up for a 30-day free trial to The Opening Call, visit the front page of TFNN.com today. With nothing to risk, this is a great time to try out Basil's daily trading newsletter. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Don't forget, folks, you can come right over to our website right now. You want to go to one of the best webinars that I suspect has been out here this year about cryptocurrencies. Well, bottom line, John Jameson, Larry Pesavento, it's going to be tonight. It's going to be 5:30 to 6:30. The way that you come into it, you just go over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see Fibonacci 24/7 right on the front page. You hit that. Larry's newsletter comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. You're going to get a great newsletter, number one. And bottom line, you're also going to get the lowdown on cryptocurrencies from our man, Mr. John Jameson. And a lot of the things that he's going over. What is the most single important question to ask yourself before trading a cryptocurrency? How to recognize the supply and demand in cryptocurrency. The difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and why knowing this will put you in the top 1% of cryptocurrency traders. What's really cool about the whole business of cryptocurrencies, folks, is that it's brand new. When you get something brand new, we're all in the probability business, and what tends to happen is that if you can get to understand it better than someone else, guess what? This is a zero-sum game, you know. So if you want to get to really understand it and give yourself a chance, bottom line, to either trade it or to just understand it. You know what the cool thing is? I think what I absolutely love is the aspect that knowledge itself can turn you on and keep you turned on, you know, because yesterday's gone, tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? And that in itself is really cool, because what happens is that the more knowledge that you do have, I think the more fun you have. It doesn't mean that you have to, it doesn't mean you go far, it doesn't mean anything, but the expansion in life in general is pretty cool. No doubt about it. So check it out. Come over to our website at TFNN, and you can sign up right now. Dow Industrials right now are down 136. You get the NASDAQ off 39. S&Ps are off 15. And folks, I thought it was against the law, but I guess we're going to finish in the red today. You stay right there, folks. Coming back with some numbers.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Marty in Worcester. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Mr. O'Brien. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you been, man?
Not bad. You know, you guys, over the time and with a few of your courses and seminars, you know, you taught me how to fish.
That's a beautiful thing, brother.
Yeah, it's true. And so what happens is I still listen all the time, and to not only you, but some of the others.
Sure.
To, you know, get an idea where the fish might be biting. As far as your services, they're a bargain. When you compare them to a certain prominent man with real estate courses at $35,000 and no contact with the lecturers afterwards at all, and you think of what you guys do for a few hundred, and you can get access and ask questions forever, you know, it's a great deal.
No, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Hard to believe it's November 15th. Half of November's gone. Check that out. Surrender and let go of the past. This is a great card. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go in the past means that you can enjoy the dream that it's happening right here, right now. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? You know, it's hard to stay in the present, folks, but the bottom line is that the past is gone. You don't know what the heck's going to happen in the future. You might as well enjoy it. We all worry about things you can't do anything about, and why worry about it? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. Dow Industrials down 138, NASDAQ down 31, S&P's off 13. Bottom line, I thought that got outlawed. Let's go see what kind of volume we have out here. So if we take a look at the SPYs, SPYs came down. Yep, you got it. Okay, here we go. And we got a doji in the SPYs. So this thing is going to have some follow-through. So what do we have? You're down at $1.31 in the SPYs. You've done 74 million shares. You're at 256.42. And bottom line, that swing point that we've banged into is 256.36. That did have 95 million with 74 million, but you get an expansion of volume. You're pushing into it. Building cars, I expect what you're going to see next stop is 254. We're at 256.42 right now. NDX 100. Let's take a look at the 3Qs. 3Qs, you've done 24 million shares. Same setup. It's laying out with a doji. You're down 72 cents. You're at 152.59. Your swing out here is 152.11. That had 40 million. You've done 24. That's building more cars. You're going right after that, baby. I expect what you're going to see. You're going to be down at 151.52. The 151.52, folks, is the high of where the Qs broke topside. Small caps. Let's go take a look at the small caps out here. IWM did the same thing. Interesting, man. Small caps did get an expansion of volume. Bottom line, you're at 145.62. You got into the swing, which is 145.28. You did 23 million shares. The swing has 40 million, but you still got the expansion, and you got the doji. Bottom line, this is going to go after the lower swing again of 145.16, and we'll see whether they get an expansion of volume. But those right across the indices, you had the expansion of volume, couldn't hold price. That's going to build some cars to get the lower price. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract traded up to $12.90. 418,000 contracts. Big number, folks. Bottom line, we're going to be right back topside. What did you do? We went into the swing point, had the expansion of volume. The last high out here had 394,000 contracts at $12.89.90. We got the $12.90, and you get the juice behind it. We get some action. And what is screaming once again, and these bonds and these notes just won't stop. 10-year note, up 12 ticks. 1.7 million contracts. You're at 125.04. You tested the highs of the lows, dramatically lighter volume yesterday. You go topside, you add another 500,000 contracts inside it. Bottom line, which is game out here now, is your swing high from October 13th, which is 125.25. 30-year is a whole different animal. The 30-year, folks, is going after its swing high that was established out here in September 8th. The 30-year had 318,000 contracts. Big number, man. Sweet number. You had the wide price spread. You had the volume behind the move. This is just it blew apart the swing of October, which was 154.05. Just took that, sliced it, diced it, and what I expect you're going to see. This is going to be a very fast move. That's just how they work. And as I said a little bit earlier, the 30-year has not taken out a swing low since 2000. That is unheard of. King Dollar. What do we got with King Dollar? So King Dollar came down to the breakout area. Rejected price at the breakout area. You did have an expansion of volume. That's saying we're going to be right back down there. And what King Dollar had done yesterday, and now we'll have it on the weekly, is that you broke the uptrend, and you broke this uptrend with conviction. You had the wide price spread. You had the volume behind the move. That's saying King Dollar, number one, wants to run down to 90.798. And on top of that, if you take a look at this and we turn this around and we put this inside a continuous contract, it's real possible that we have a very large ABC structure on the way down. That's going to take King Dollar right into the 88 mark. And the 88 mark, you know, when you look at this on a longer-term basis, this seller inside the dollar index just doesn't stop. You know, we hit the highs in the dollar the week of January of this year, 103.815, straight down to 90.99. You did a counter trend bounce last 2 months, dead cat bounce in an incredible way. What's sticking out like a sore thumb now is the highs of the lows of 2008. And those highs are 88, approximately 88. And I suspect, guess what? This market wants to get down into that level. We look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market out here today. You had Bank of America up 55 cents. Apple down 226. You had Roku up 237. We had Square up 92. You had, let's see, Micron Technologies down 44. Target was a big number. Target was down $5.93. Let's go over to GE and take a look at GE. GE was up at 36 cents. Now, if you want to see GE, how anemic it is, GE has been going down with 261 million shares. It goes up today with 144. This baby is laying up to get into the highs of the lows of 2009, which is approximately the $11.35 mark. We go take a look at the XAU, the HUI. XAU out here today, it's a flat market. You're actually up 4, but I want to see what we did yesterday because I won't get this. Okay, so yesterday you did 28 million. You're going into 38. That's good. So 80 is the number, folks. 80 is the high of the low of the 10th of July. Thus far, you rejected it. That's in the gold. That's in the XAU. If we go take a look at the Gold Bugs Index trading 185.83, and that number is 184.07. You rejected that too. Coming right back, folks.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at Restoration Hardware. So let's take a look. So this closed at $83.30. That was down $5.39 for today. That is trading at 89 right now. So all it's really doing is giving back taken back what it came down on. If we take a look at this chart-wise, bottom line, interesting. They've made it back. This thing, even with the housing business going up dramatically, this thing was getting trashed in 2016. It got down to $25, and this has made quite a run back. Let's see what they have to say. So, Restoration Hardware, they upped their guidance for the third quarter for fiscal 2017. Let's see what they're saying. Adjusted net revenue for the third quarter is now expected to be approximately $592 million. That's an increase of 8% from the $549 of last year, despite an approximate 1% negative impact from Hurricane Harvey and Irma. Adjusted net income for the quarter is now expected to be in the range of $24 million to $24.5 million compared to $8 million last year. Man, they really did some numbers. Look at that. Imagine if you made $8 million last year and then you do $24.5 million this year. That's amazing. The company is increasing its adjusted net income guidance to a range of $37 million to $41 million from the range of 33 to 37. That's a big number. Adjusted net revenues for the fourth quarter are now expected to be in the range of $655 million to $680. Good number. The guidance for the full year for 2017 is going to be a net income of 82 to 87 million. That's a good number, man, from 70 to 77 million. Despite the company's decision to delay the opening of its New York Design Gallery, the company now expects fiscal 2017 capital expenditures in a range of 120 to 130 million. They were going for 120 to 140, so they brought that back 10 million. They are generating free cash flow in 2017, 420 million to 440 million. That is one big. Imagine having a cash flow. Imagine having a free cash flow of 420 to 440 million. These are big numbers, man. And look at how small their margin is. So, adjusted operating margin is 9 to 10%. Bottom line is that let me look at this chart again because. They opened. I haven't been into the big store in Tampa, but there's 3 monster stores that they have. One of them happens to be in Tampa. I got to go in the store and see what it's like because I always like their stores. I'm not quite sure what the downdraft was when housing was still going high, because in 2015 they went from $106 down to $24, but they're coming right back up. So, bottom line is that we'll see where it goes. Let's go. Cisco? Has Cisco come out with numbers? Cisco closed at $34.11. That's trading $35.39. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, so the numbers on Cisco go like this. Their earnings per share, they expected 60 cents. They made 61. Revenue, $12.11 billion. They took in $12.11 billion. Second quarter, the expectation was 58 cents. Now they say 58 to 60. Their revenue, the expectation is that they expect to do 1 to 3% better. Not a huge deal. But what they did do current, let's see. Revenue in the current period will climb as much as 3% from a year earlier. That indicates sales as high as $11.9 billion, compared with analyst estimate of $11.7. We take a look at 35.45. Put this on a. Yeah, that's at highs. Well, it's at highs. We bring it back 3 years. Yeah, it's at highs. You bring it back 15 years. 34.24 was the high in 2017, and now let's bring it back to its heyday in 2000. That was $82. This has been basing out for quite some time. No two ways about that. I don't believe. Let me just see something. Big Mac, I don't think they're coming. No. The 877-927-6648. Some of the Dow, actually, let's go to the XLF and the XLE. So financials first. XLF. XLF closed out here today. Okay, so you closed up 7 cents, but yet you had a lower price point with volume. Yeah, this is going to be right back downtown. Interesting. So last week we came down with 307 million. We've done 169 thus far. This is building cars to get it to that $25 level. Let me look at JP Morgan. Put JP Morgan up. Okay, so that had a pretty good day. That had a real good day, actually. The low is 95.95, and then it closed at 98.19. Berkshire, BRK. That Berkshire is the largest weighting structure. Oh, Berkshire. What do we got, an ABC down here? Hey, check this out. This is pretty cool. Okay, so Berkshire is your largest weighting structure inside the XLF, and it's an ABC down, confirmed ABC down. You broke 181.76 today. You're at 181.81. You went to 181.41. Your 8 point is $190.68. So you get approximately 9 points. That's 185 coming at you. Where's 185? Where is she? Yes, a 180. Oh, no, 185. 175. Yeah, 175. You get this is a lower swing point out here that's laying out here from September 7th. Let's go to Jerry and I'm not sure. Jerry, where you from?
Nashua.
Nashua. That's a beautiful thing, brother. How you doing, man?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah.
What are we going to look at?
OCRX.
OCRX. Let's take a look at. This is, they develop novel therapeutics. The company's designed to treat liver and gastrointestinal diseases. So the low is 52 cents this year. The high is $2.95. This is a biotech that just started. Well, they have revenue some quarters. Okay, so
they came out a few days ago, and they kind of blasted up to $1.78.
Yeah.
And it was big volume.
Okay.
And,
hey, just stay here for a second, okay? Quick break. We'll be coming right back. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back with Jerry from Nashua. We had the Dow Industrials finish down 138. NASDAQ was off 31. S&P's off 12.5. Come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished down 138, Nasdaq off the 31, S&P's down 13.5. We're talking with the Jerry, and we are talking biotech out here. That you had a low of 52 cents this year, a high of 295. Okay, so this gap up, Jerry. So what did they come out with now?
It gaps up.
Yeah.
Well, it gaps up on news. Well, they're being bought out, so it
I
gaps
see.
up and
Okay.
hit $1.78 on some real big volume. Today it got to the $1.78 level, but didn't break it. And I was wondering if it would be something that would be a good short play if it got above 178, and, with less volume and close below.
Oh, no. If it's getting bought out, right?
Yeah.
But why would you go, if they're getting bought out, I mean, you're just going to, what is the buyout
As a short
at?
play.
I'm sorry?
A lot of times these buyouts, the stock drops, it drops before the buyout actually happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shot in a $1.75 stock anyway, but, the aspect of the buyout, that just adds fuel on top of it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So not a good play.
I would not do that. No, I wouldn't. And let me just see some downgrade. Yeah, I just wouldn't. Your upside is $1.75. Like when you go short a position, people say that you have unlimited risk, but it's really not unlimited risk, folks. So the stock's not going to go to $8 million. But it's very easy, like in this case, Jerry, to turn around and say, okay, can it go up another $1.75? Yeah, I can. It's like, okay,
Well, pretty good.
Cooking, man.
So you're saying? Okay.
I'm saying don't touch it. Yeah, like at all. Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Let's go take a look at. Let's see what do we got here. So you got. Well, let's see what's happening here. So you got House leaders cleared the way for this is on the tax plan, folks. Senate Ron Johnson, a Wisconsin Republican, says he's opposed to a revised Senate GOP tax plan because it doesn't do enough to help partnerships, limited liability companies, S-corps, and other pass-through businesses. It really doesn't address the core problem. As I understand it, we're moving in the wrong direction. The original Senate proposal called for a 17.4% deduction for non-wage income for certain pass-throughs with restrictions. It prevented pass-through businesses classified as S-corps or partnerships from taking full advantage of the 17.4% deduction, and it set caps such as $150,000 for married couples for businesses to get the deduction in full. The modified mark removes most of those restrictions and allows all pass-through structures to deduct 17.4% from their business income up to $500,000. Johnson said his main concern is that the corporate rate will be slashed to 20% from 35%, while the pass-through rate, even with the changes, won't fall as much. He said he's also frustrated by the rush process to pass the tax legislation. The people who wrote the framework acknowledge that if they're going to lower corporate rates to 20%, we can't leave pass-through businesses behind. You know what blows my mind about this whole thing, folks, is that what you have here inside the tax plan is that the corporations have never made so much money, hand over fist, right? So first, they're hell-bent on bringing that down to 20%. And when you actually do the numbers, corporations, there's very few of them that actually pay the 35%. A lot of them are paying nothing, zero, okay? Then you have the aspect that now they're going to go after the Obamacare health mandate. And this is supposed to be the aspect that it's a middle-class deal. That's how they're positioning it. And that's so far out, it's unbelievable, because the fact of the matter is that they're setting the stage up that maybe a middle-class person will get a tax cut of maybe $1,000, and then guess what? Then if, in fact, they get that mandate done, then your insurance, if you thought it was going through the roof before, it's going to go through the roof beyond belief. Now, and then to cut to the chase, this is what really blows my mind. To cut to the chase, it's the difference of having a business and a pass-through and a W-2 employee, which most people in the whole United States are W-2 employees. The W-2 employees are getting shafted beyond belief. They always have getting shafted. But what I can't quite understand is how they can get support for it when, if you actually look at it, you're talking short money, meaning $500, $700 you're saving, versus corporations saving hundreds of millions of dollars. And it's, every time I keep looking at it, I say, this is just amazing. Now, and specifically, the pass-throughs, if you can have a pass-through, folks, you always want a pass-through. That's the bottom line. And if they put this pass-through through, guess what? It's a field day, I mean, it's absolutely a field day, because it's going to bring rates down for many people, well, not for a huge amount of people, but plenty of people quite a bit. And what it's going to do, and this is where it's the ATM, is they're getting rid of the ATM, and getting rid of the ATM also means that the rates are going down dramatically, anywhere in between like about $125,000 to about $450,000. And you're talking about big money. So what I can't quite understand is that how they think they're going to get away with it, but it looks like they're going to. I don't know if they're going to get away with the health mandate of it. And, you're hearing this from someone that I'll save a fortune because of the pass-throughs. There's no doubt. It's like, oh, my God, this is like crazy. It's like, but it blows my mind that there's people that this will really hurt, and they're for it. That's the thing. So I'd really like you to think about and read about what's actually in this plan, because what I've seen is that there's plenty of people that this is going to hurt, and they think they want it. It's like, why are you fighting for a corporation? Have a corporation ever fought for you? That's the thing that blows my mind. That, you have normal people, middle-class people fighting for a corporation. A corporation, folks, will take you to the cleaners, slice you, dice you, put you under, and keep walking, okay? And it's like, why are you fighting for a corporation? Let's go to Mike in Loveland, Texas. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, it's Mike from Loveland, Colorado.
Loveland, Colorado, man. That's a beautiful thing. What's happening, brother?
Life is good. It's beautiful. Almost 70 degrees yesterday.
That's sweet, man.
Winter is not here.
It's 74 to here today, and we got blue skies like you have out there, man. And that feels good, man. No doubt.
Sounds good. I was just calling today to see if you remember where your bear stew is. Been a long time.
My God. I know where it is. It's been sliced and diced up, man. I think I got a little tiny blanket left here somewhere.
Your claws have been filed back to stubs.
Oh, man, let me tell you something, man. A tiger texted me the other night, right? And this is a funny story, folks. So he texted me, and he said to me, hey, what do you think? I was just listening to Steve Rhodes, and, he thinks that, my market's going all the way, to the moon. And I'm sitting there, I'm saying, you know what? The bottom line, is that I've been a bear for so long. Like here's my little bear claw left, okay, but I'm still a bear.
Yeah.
So it was a funny conversation anyway. At least I can still laugh about it. That's the bottom line. Yeah, stay right there.
When you come back, talk about Apple.
Okay, cool. 877-927-6648. And folks, tonight, 5:30 to 6:30, right here at TFNN, you want to understand cryptocurrencies upside down, come to our website, come to the webinar, 5:30 tonight. Come right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Basil Chapman has just announced a special subscriber event taking place Monday, November 20th from 5 till 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. What can you anticipate for 2018? In this 90-minute webinar for subscribers to Basil's daily trading newsletter, The Opening Call, he will be discussing a variety of topics for the coming year, including, can high techs continue to lead? Will the financials be affected by yields, and where will yields be in 2018? The chances for inflation or deflation? What stocks could be affected or weakened in the coming year, as well as Basil's long-term outlook for the dollar and gold, as well as many other topics. For all the details and to sign up for a 30-day free trial to The Opening Call, visit the front page of TFNN.com today. With nothing to risk, this is a great time to try out Basil's daily trading newsletter. Sign up today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking Apple, and we're talking with Mike from Loveland. Apple low out here for the year is 106. The high is 176. We're trading 169. So what are we doing with Apple, Mike?
Well, on Monday, Larry Pesavento was saying he was waiting for a island reversal on Microsoft. But Apple, I was wondering, do you think it actually had one today?
It did. It did.
That's exciting.
What this has, folks. Okay, this is it's a very it's an island reversal. It's an abandoned baby in a big way too. So what you have is this. Well, it's actually an island reversal. It's an island. It's a good one. You can see what you had. You have two gaps. We had gapped up. We had closed on the 2nd of November at 168. You gapped up the following day to 171. You closed at 172. Yesterday, we had closed at 171.18, and you opened at 169. And that's leaving that island right up there, and that is a bearish occurrence.
You think we might go all the way down to 156, 157, back to where it began?
Well, you can 163 would be the first stop. That's the beginning of that bar of November 3rd, right? The week of November 3rd. That's how we broke topside. And then what is sticking out there is that that 163 that you're talking about. What's intriguing here with Apple is this. So if we take Apple, what you're going to see is that this is the third time that it's come off a high. Now, the two prior times, you've come down with volume on the weeklies, and it looks like we're going to have it again. You can see we had made a high in May. You made that high with 173 million shares. You come down off that high with 159 and 220. You make another high with 126. You come down with 221. You make another high. The first high was made with 215. Then you tested it with 138, and now we're coming off it. So, you know, I like these when they're set up like that, Mike. And what I like about them is that it's not a one-time event just coming off that. The warning sign is that you have large sellers at those two areas. In fact, let's do this, because all the 13F filings are out, folks. They came out yesterday, the rest of them. And the 13F, what it's telling you, these are stale by 45 days, because it's but they're a decent indication when larger traders are getting in and out of them. And on my first get-go here, this is going to be pretty cool in the aspect of if you're bearish Apple versus bullish. And the reason is that Fidelity is now a seller. You know, on the last get-go, Fidelity's a very large owner. They own 145 million. Well, they moved out 11. And once Fidelity starts moving something out, it's dangerous. So look at this. And I know you've been listening to me a long time, and the folks that have been listening for quite some time, what happens is this. It's pretty amazing. When I first started, I started on 1 McKinley Square in Boston. And Fidelity was right down the street. Wellington was down the street, and State Street was right up the street. State Street was actually my bank, 60 State Street. So in this case here, you're going to crack up, because what I really realized at a point, you're talking about those three firms. Fidelity now is the World Trade Center, but 1980, which that's when I was 80, 83, I was there. They were all within a block of each other, 2 blocks to be exact. And what you're going to see here is that they go into equities and go out of equities. And I suspect it's not, I don't expect that they sit there and talk to each other. You can tag these on the Bloombergs and when someone's coming in and coming out. But this case here, Fidelity's getting out, Wellington's getting out, and State Street's getting out. They all say, watch this. This is pretty cool. Fidelity sold 11.6 million shares in the quarter that ended September 30th. They have 145 million left. State Street sold 5.9 million. They get 206 million left. Hold on 1 second. No, Wellington sold 7 million. They have 28 million left. State Street sold 5.9 million. They have 206 million left. You know, so bottom line is that you have sellers there, and we'll see whether that makes a difference. Now the buyers, so check this out. The buyers, Berkshire Hathaway was a buyer. They bought 8 million shares. Now they have a 2.6% position. Standard Life Points bought 7 million. But when I do the buy versus the sell, oh, in fact, look at this. Oh, this is pretty cool. I'm really glad I did this now. So check this out. Yesterday, folks, Goldman Sachs sold over a third of their position. They sold 19 million shares yesterday. This is the filing. They have 31 million shares left. So bottom line, you have some sellers. You have more sellers than buyers in Apple right now.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, have a great Thanksgiving, Tom. And
thanks so much, man.
We'll talk to you later.
Okay, have a great one. Have a safe one. And it is pretty amazing, folks, that you're talking about Thanksgiving, November 15th, right? Pretty wild. Pretty wild. If you want to see something else that's pretty cool, folks, when we talk about the buyers versus the sellers, GE. And GE was just pretty cool. You can kind of see how much people either made or saved, and it's pretty dramatic. and this would be of the last filings. So what you had on the last filing, whoever Barrow Hanley is, they absolutely must be just flipping out right now because they bought 52 million shares, and when you take a look at where we were on September 30th versus now, you're down $8. So bottom line is that multiply 8 times 52, we got 400 million that they're down on the trade. And that was a brand new position. That was a brand new position coming into. Franklin Resources, they added to a position 34 million. Bank of America, they added to a position 11 million. They own 59 million now. Now, want to see the cool thing? This is the cool thing as to who got out. Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway sold all their shares, just about all their shares. They sold 8.4 million shares. They had 161,000 shares left as of September 30th. So you can see, in that particular case, they just saved themselves 58 million. Epic Investment, they sold out everything, 7.7 million. Sanders Capital also sold everything, 4.9 million. Now, this is the big dog. The big dog in here, remember I was explaining to you how when Fidelity comes in, it's great. When Fidelity's getting out, it's a disaster. Well, Fidelity had sold, as of September 30th, 30 million shares. They had 96 million left. Now, what we don't know, and we won't know till the next time, is that was Fidelity selling all the way down? Because what you do have is that when we go back to September 30th right here, the last day it was trading at 24.29, and you're at 18.26. There's big numbers that are getting out of here, but you can see when you start getting used to those large buys or those large sells, and you get used to how the funds actually trade. None of those funds particularly get into things real easy or get out. It takes time. So if you kind of follow them and get used to them, it never, it's subtle. It's not going to give you a yes or no. What it is going to give you, however, is a larger indication of do you have buyers or do you have sellers? You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow down $1.38, NASDAQ off 31, S&P's off 14. Coming right back.
Larry Pesavento and John Jameson are teaming up for a live hour-long webinar Wednesday, November 15th at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, titled The Hidden Secrets Behind Trading and Investing in Cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are some of the most volatile trading markets in the world right now, and this is a webinar that you will not want to miss. In this live 60-minute webinar, John and Larry will discuss a variety of topics, including where cryptocurrencies trade and how to get started, how to recognize supply and demand in cryptocurrencies, and the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and why knowing this one piece of information puts you in the top 1% of cryptocurrency traders, as well as many more topics. Visit the front page of TFNN.com for all the information and to sign up today for Fibonacci 24/7, and we'll see you Wednesday, November 15th for the hidden secrets behind trading and investing in cryptocurrencies. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. If we go over to Procter & Gamble, Procter & Gamble closed at $88.23. That is trading right now at 91. And what that's all about, folks, there was a huge proxy fight by Nelson Peltz. And on the first get-go, bottom line, Procter & Gamble said that they won. Nelson Peltz said it was too close to call. Bottom line, stock goes from a price point of 91, comes down to this 85. Well, guess what? An independent inspector has just come across and said that Peltz actually won with by 43,000 votes. Bottom line is that tomorrow morning, Procter & Gamble is going to be in play in a big way. Procter & Gamble, they will be able to challenge that, but that's an independent deal, and I expect what you're going to have, a good old Procter & Gamble now is going to be in play, and it's going to be in play in a big way. Particularly because of the fact, I'd love to know how the board number one says that they won, and then they do an independent assessment of what's going on, and in fact they didn't win, where Peltz had said that it was too close to call. And bottom line, that's at this particular point, it looks like that it was too close to call, that he came across and won by 43,000 votes. And 43,000 votes, just to give you an idea, that is nothing because they have 2.5 billion shares outstanding. So one share is one vote. It doesn't mean that they all, no, I suspect, I don't know if half of them voted. But the bottom line is even if half of them voted, you can see that it'd still be 1.25 billion votes. And we're talking 43,000. That's shot money. But guess what? The game is on now inside Procter & Gamble. Don't forget, folks, you want a great workshop tonight on cryptocurrencies? Come over to our website at TFNN. You can sign up right in the front page. Sign up at Fibonacci 24/7. 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to a great workshop tonight, 5:30. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night. Have a safe night. Look forward to speaking right back here, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.